Tandayo, oh, oh, Sishayin Quarete Winnie, Wozana Zebuze Bandayo,
I started this in 2000. I released my first album when I was in matric in 2006. I was part of a group called Just That. And you know, it was myself and a guy called Deza, and we went around the country, man, touring. The songs became huge. I was like, I was pretty whack. And then, you know, after a couple of rap competitions, I released One Foot in the Game, which was either 2009 or I think it was 2010.
And I know that they've been waiting for some soulful elevation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here. Pop your head, you can feel it.
Dash diminisher, dazzling rappers like Gas Dillinger with top shit. We fucking said Jenga Cherry, my keep it on your pimisa. Straight from the heart, never.
And you know, from there it's been, to be completely honest with you, my brother, a constant struggle. You know, making it in the industry is very difficult, especially if you are someone like me. You know, I don't have a lot of, like, you know, friends who, you know, do events and who are reporters and all those things. And this thing is very click-based, you know, it's a click-based system.
Yeah.
You need to be part of that squad or that crew. But I'm so fortunate right now that I've got a song that transcends that. You know, I've seen different cliques in the club jamming to my song, Ikwan. You know, and it just goes to show what can happen if you just keep fighting the good fights, keep chasing your dream, and being 100% original.
Straight from the heart, never I conduct this fire, never I'm spreading constipation, I'm representing from the shit, I mean a cholera. Check the long queue, I'm rapper by Funu, we bolega. From Germany to China, I'm rapper by Atobega, my 1 foot.
Yeah, I didn't. I was constantly trying to make the music thing pop. And then luckily, television was able to sustain me because I have a big mouth. Better all the time. And I'm also a writer. My first serious job after waitering, it was in 2009 when I became a writer for a production company that did, you know, television shows, adverts and promos. I was actually part of the original team that did the imaging behind Vuzu. Yeah, man, I think I was 19. I was on Channel O as a presenter as well. So, you know, contrary to popular belief, TV and music don't go hand in hand. There's like TV is a whole different other game with a whole different squad of people, you know, and music is something completely different. So just because you break out into TV doesn't mean it's easy to break out into music. So I've constantly been trying to do the music thing, but it was the TV thing that was sustaining me. And you have to choose now. Do I want to be a famous rapper or do I want to pay rent at the end of the month? So I focused more on what was working, the television. But recently I've had to, you know, cut down on the TV so I can do more of the music, because that is truly, that's the reason I came to Josie, you know?
Yeah.
Lasuka lahlala baphuma bafana beqola amakha amaningi bafonela usiya yaphuma karakara kwangena abantwana abaningi awu mina nisashela kanti isikele mona isithenga malini hayi mina ngisibhayi ngizofika kwibhayi ngingomela ibhayi manje.
One has been a blessing. You know, the most amazing thing happened. We went to Secunda we performed One for the first time, right? People heard it. Then a DJ by the name of Big Zill, who's on Rise FM, booked us for a gig that Saturday in Barberton. We went to Barberton, performed One for the second time. People heard it and they liked it. By people, I'm talking about like, you know, at Zill's gig, 50 people, at the other gig, maybe 200. On our way back from Big Zill's gig, on the Sunday, we were involved in an accident in the morning. Hotman Debs, I was driving, DJ C was in the front, and then it was myself, Jay, the protege, and B Weezy. Then at the back was Young K and Mseti. And the car, you know, the car flipped 3 times, we were hit by a truck. The car flipped 3 times, the roof was peeled off. All 7 of us did not even get an injury. All we got was scratches and bruises. This is Sunday. That following week, One starts playing on Metro. One starts playing on YFM. One starts playing on Likwala Kwala. The same. And it started just spreading like wildfire. And I realized that this is a plan. This is a grand plan from whoever you believe in, man. And I feel like God saved us from that accident so we could live to see this. Because if we had died, it would have been a hot song with no artist. And the song just blew up immediately after that. So I felt like we were saved for a reason, and all my expectations have been surpassed. I've never had a song this big. It's one of the biggest songs in the country, if not the biggest. DJs are playing it in the... Yo, man, I heard my song in the club for the first time last night. Yo, man, I lost my mind. I bought bottles. I went... I popped my children's education. Just wow. And I was, and I was with the gang. We're performing at Con. It was amazing. It just goes to show what one song can do. You really need that one song. Questa has good, I have one. And it's an incredible journey. I'm a big fan of music, just to begin with. I'm a big fan of music. I'm a big fan of hip hop music. So I have no qualms about favoring people. I really like what Pretty Ugly is doing. I really like Pretty Ugly's music. I like Pretty Ugly's videos. Also, just he's a good person. That goes a long way. Kid X is one of my favorites all time. Ginger Trill is one of my favorites all time. Jay is a favorite of mine. He's a young kid that I'm grooming who's going to be the next big thing as well. So it's an incredible time. People are making such great music, man. There's such great music. DJ Slick's Mercy is another one of my favorite songs right now. So it's great, man. People are making great songs. So that's good. That's only good for the culture. It's only good for the industry. We keep pushing each other to elevate and do better. No, there is definitely no beef between me and Smashes, although we're no longer working together for various reasons, which I don't think need to be in the public space. But there is, he is still, Smashes is like a brother to me. I'd like to think I'm like a brother to him. We just don't work together anymore, but there really isn't, he's busy with his things, I'm busy with my things. There's also no beef between me and MT. I've had people asking me that, and I'm so tired of talking about MT, but people keep bringing it up. So just to clarify one last time, there's absolutely no beef. There's nothing going on. There's nothing. There's not even a hi and a bye. Actually, it's like we don't know each other.
They say I'm a junior, traveling run. I be rocking the show in this part.
They talking about me, and they keep walking, they walking.
Okay, so DJ Switch did the Now or Never remix, right? And yes, there's no beef between me and him either. I love that song, Now or Never. I love it. And he asked people who do they want on the remix, and people were tagging like Maraza in. Obviously, people were tagging a lot of other people, but I saw a lot of tweets where the people said they wanted Maraza on that remix, and I was like, yo, man, I was even like, yo, Rotman Debs, it's gonna happen. We're not doing any features right now, but if Switch hits us up, we're in there. And Switch didn't hit me up, so I wasn't offended. I was hurt. I was hurt that. I think I got ahead of myself. I consider myself for the culture. I always try and I rap my ass off. I love hip hop, and that song is such a great hip hop song. And I really wanted to be on it. So, and I thought that the fans tagging me was improving my chances. So when Switch didn't put me on the song, I was hurt. But I understand why. I don't understand why I did it. I'm lying. But I'm cool with it now, It's just at the time it was like a mini dream of mine, because that's such a great song, So yeah, Switch, I love that joint, and I respect you very much. No bitter feelings. But then this motherfucker, right, comes through and is like, yo, who the fuck are you? All you have is one hit. I'm like, bitch, do you know this game? Have you been listening? I don't have one hit. I've got a few. There may be many years apart, but I've had a few. And it's like, and then he starts tweeting like Maraza thinks we're gonna nest his feelings in you're not a good enough rapper, what. Only if Casper Invest is featured, then you can go. I guess he's saying Casper's whack and so am I, which makes no fucking sense. And then he's like, yeah, niggas perform on your TV and they think they've made it. And I was performing on your TV that day. So I told him, yo, you talking shit, right? But shut. The next day, he's like, please give me your email address where I can send you beats. I'm like, you little bitch. What the fuck do you think this is? You were talking shit about me. You saying I'm not a good enough rapper. And then you want me to get on your beats? He's like, dog, you still upset about that? That was yesterday. I'm like, motherfucker. Yo, if these niggas were in my neighborhood, they'll be getting beaten up every day for something that happened 6 years ago. They don't even know. You think just because it's Twitter and it was 24 hours ago, it's over. No, it's not. This is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my break.
Yeah.
And I was talking smack about it. So I do need to calm down. I think I need to stop entertaining everybody. When someone is just going to come with the power of the keyboard and just talk shit.
Yeah.
And because they do it for attention and they know we'll react because we love this. This is very personal, it's close to our hearts. So I'm still gonna go off on Twitter actually. Fuck niggas, fuck. Don't talk shit to me on Twitter. I don't like that shit.
Mina intwana stress sokufaka ulayini ngikulengise ngamapeksi. We started from the bottom manje mabesikhuluma mina sikhomba phezulu ngathi bamisa amateksi. This the life that I chose ngiyinkakha it shows ngoba ngizama ukuluma ikhekhe.
Spina flow is a type of rap where I use that language called Isfanagalo. Isfanagalo is a language that in many other parts of the country is spoken in the mines to bridge the gap between white people and black people. So by white I mean different language. Where I come from, it's used in the sugarcane fields and the sugarcane factories where they make sugar. And it's like when I tabama fanele hamba tata lo spanela lungisa lo giza, when I tata lo truck, drive lo truck, landa lo moba, isa lapa kaya, it's that type thing. So Spina flow is it's a play on that language, something that our parents grew up talking, something that our grandparents, because a lot of black people did manual labor for the superior motherfuckers out there. And it's, for me, it's such a big part of who I am. And originality is probably the one thing that I feel like we're missing in local rap. We're becoming more and more American imports. And you will never export from South Africa something that is not South African. We make the best wines in the world. And people come and buy the wines here because we make them. They are, and they're the best from here. We have gold, it comes from here. But now, America is not going to, no one from America is going to leave America to come to South Africa and taste a burrito. That's not going to happen. No one's going to leave America to come to South Africa and listen to a copy of Tory Lanez. We lack originality in the sense that we are so inspired by these people that we let ourselves be molded by these people. And we have so much wealth in our own culture. Beyonce was wearing a crown. It was trending all over the world. It was even trending here. I don't know why that's such a big deal. We grew up on that. Your mother wears that thing. You think it's uncool, so you've never done it. And you're a musician. But as soon as Beyonce does it, you think Beyonce is the shit. And Beyonce is recognizing the gold that you have in your culture, which you are too ashamed of to use. So that's why I'm so proud of coming up with something like Spina Flow. It uses a language that a lot of young people think is uncool to speak.
Sure.
And that's the language I put in. It uses melodies that a lot of young people think are uncool to sing because they come from Mpakana, they come from Zayoni, they come from Isqatamia, they come from our roots, our ethnics. It uses isgubu that a lot of young people only hear when they go home to have umsebenzi, and they just say like, oh my god, there's goats, oh my god, they just killed a cow, I'm not going to eat that, it's unsanitary, fuck that shit. Spina Flow is possibly the most authentic subgenre of rap that's ever come out of SA in a very long time, and I'm very proud of it.
Fighting the flows, but put money taste the sour. They can't handle the power, my flow is behind bars. Check out my visiting hours.
Many people have told me I'm being slept on. So instead of complaining about it, I decided to do an EP to wake them up because they're sleeping on me, right? So AM is the morning hours, you know. So that's why I called it AM. It's time to wake up. And it did exactly that. It's got songs like Voga, Jumpstart featuring Mo Blues, ITJ, some of my favorite young rappers. It's got Guan, it's got Kesaro, it's got Ketango, and it's got Merchandise featuring the African Jungle Maestros. So the AM is a very concise project, high energy, with a bit of spina flow in it, just to get people aware. I'm fucking versatile. I'm versatile because I work really hard at this shit all day, every single day, you know? I didn't start doing trap the minute I heard trap. I wanted to find my own different signature of it. I wanted to find my footprint within trap. That's why when I make a trap sound, it's different to what's going to be dead very quickly. Because I like to incorporate original African elements into it. So, you know, I take my time with the music, and I took my time with AM. And it's preceding the album called Blind. But AM is part of a series of 3 EPs called the Trilogy, aka the Trilogy. AM is the EP that's high energy bars, heavy raps, big beats, that's supposed to wake people up. The second one that's going to come after that is called FM. FM is obviously frequency modulation, and it's all songs showcasing my ability to make radio songs, you know, sing along hooks, nice flows, easy beats. And then after that, the third one is PM. PM is obviously past middays, it's for the evening hours. And that's a more reflective, more poetic, more draking, more, you know, you're under the blankets by yourself, your girl dumped you, and you're seeing her live stream on Facebook, she's with a blesser, and you don't have, you know, and then you listen to that project called PM. So, you know, that's how I planned it out. But now it's going to be AM, and then my album Blind, which is going to be out in the next 2 months, hopefully. So I'm very proud of those projects. I took the time to plan them, and people have been responding incredibly to AM. You know, it's even been played by DJs in Paris and New York. I don't know how that happens, but God is great. Cause I got so many goals, my haters wish to be it to man, I recently came up with my own motto, you know? Make righteous your verbs, honor your nouns. You know, and that's something I live by a lot. Make righteous your verbs, honor your nouns. So whatever it is that you're doing, your verbs, make sure that it's righteous, make sure it's contributing to the growth not only of yourself, but also of society, of your family, of your friends, of your country. So important, of your continent, you know, of your tribe, of your clan, of the human race. Make righteous your verbs, and then honor your nouns. If you're a father, father. If you're a mother, mother. If you're a brother, be there, be a brother. Yeah, I almost died twice this year, and I don't take this shit for granted, dog. I'm sleeping less because there's so much to do, so much love to spread, so many rappers to kill.
Every day, I always knew it would pay when I put into it a passion and youthful exuberance. Now homies they hate, but mommies they pray.